Well, good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Beer Review. Today we're looking at a single hop pale ale with a hop that I've never had before. Now, apparently, according to the grower, this is supposed to be peach, mango, lemonade, candied orange peel, boysenberry, papaya, and guava. I don't know how a single hop is going to give you all those flavors, but especially all those flavors in a very broad spectrum, but the hop is called Luminosa, and this is Luminosa Single Hop Pale Ale. It's 5% alcohol, and it was brewed by the good people at Multinational here in Regina. Just down the street from me, just down the street on 15th Avenue. I believe 15th in Winnipeg. I'd have to look it up, but I think it's 15th in Winnipeg. This can contains 1.4 standard drinks. Okay, we'll reach back here. We'll grab our glass. We will pop it open. It does smell rather good. Does not look horrible. Nice golden colored, lots of bright white head. Very fluffy. The snap crackle pop is real. There is our Luminosa can. So it said what? Okay, so out of the can. Remember, this is single hop, so single hop, we shouldn't have a hard time picking this up. It says peach and mango. No to the mango. Possibly to the peach. Lemonade? No. Candied orange peel. Okay, I could see like a sweet and bitter orange peel. Boysenberry? No. Papaya? Sure. Guava? I guess so. So I'm saying no to about half of what they've said on there for the nose. And again, this is, usually it would be a psychosomatic thing, right? I'd be like, oh, I can smell. Well, not necessarily me, but a lot of people would be like, I can smell all of that because you've told me that's what it's supposed to smell like. So that's what my body's looking for. That's what my mind is looking for. I don't smell half of that. Pretty much the same out of the glass. Little less intense out of the glass, but the scent is pretty much the same. Cheers. Okay. I could see candied orange peel, guava, and peach. The rest of it, not picking up on any of that. That all being said, it doesn't really matter because it is fruity. It is good. The malt bill on this is nice. There is a nice malty forefront. The hop takes over, and the hop is both fruity and bitter. And that idea of like a candied orange peel is kind of there because the bitterness is very pithy, very oily, very astringent, shall we say. And it really is like I took a orange and I bit into the peel, and I'm getting that tannic bitterness you get from biting into an orange peel. That like shock of citrus. At the same time, it does have a sweetness to it. And it does have a little bit of guava to it and a little bit of peach. And the peach is the over-ripened peach. It's not the sweet peach. It's just like you bit into it and you get that punch of sour, that punch of tannic, And that's the fleshy tannic punch. Nice medium mouthfeel. Very easy drinking beer. 5% alcohol. And this single hop beer actually tastes akin to a lot of beers that have a lot more hops in them. I mean, it reminds me a lot of, say, a pale with like Citra, Mosaic, maybe some Equinox, that type of stuff. Uh, I can't say I dislike this. This is a solid drinking beer. What I can say is I'm a little surprised at the amount of different flavors that are coming off of this. Now, again, the grower had a laundry list of flavors that span that fucking spectrum. And I don't foresee that unless you're using it at several different points in the boil. You're dry hopping with it. You're like, unless you're doing a whole bunch of shit with it, I don't see you ever pulling out all those flavors. That being said, that's a solid motherfucking beer. That really is. It looks good. It tastes good. I can't complain about this beer. Out of 10 on this beer, I'm giving it a 7.5. I would drink it again. I would buy it again. So Luminosa from Multinational Single Hop Pale Ale. That is a solid hop to use in hopping. And if the hop actually gives off all those flavors, I would love to see a brewery play with this hop at different times in the boil to get different flavors, to pull out different flavors. I'd almost be curious to see a series of just Luminosa, and Luminosa with boils at this time, and then Luminosa with boils at this time, and this time, and just see what type of flavors you can pull out of it. I mean, there are breweries that have done, this is our beer fermented at this temperature. This is our beer fermented at that temperature. This is our beer fermented at this temperature. And it was just to show the different flavors that the yeast imparts. There's been breweries that have done water hardiness single things, right? It's like, here is this ingredient with water pH of this, water pH of that, water pH of this. I would love to see. I've heard of single malt beers as well to show off the malt profiles, and like single biscuit, single this, single two row, single, just to show you what each thing just tastes like I would love to see a few different versions of this just to try and pull out all the flavors that the grower says are in here. I'd also like to know how the grower decided that those flavors are in there. But yeah, 7.5 out of 10. Thank you. Bye-bye.